All right, let's just start. We just had an off-camera debate and I lost again. That's a 100-game losing streak. Now,
You're losing, but you're winning.
I'm winning because you're winning. When you're winning, we're winning.
Happy wife.
Happy wife. That's right. So tell me about this necklace.
You got it for me.
I
Thank
certainly
you.
did.
It's new.
It's working.
It's an Aussie brand made in Bondi. I love it.
Good for them.
I like things that are high and, like that have real interest, and the way that it hangs is gorgeous. And I'm especially excited for summer when I have something backless and I can wear it behind me.
So that's a style too, isn't
Can
it?
hang really long down your back.
Can I wear something backless?
Of course you can. Any day.
Oh my God. No, it looks really good. So that was a good choice by me.
Well done.
Via you. Yeah. I'm in a strange mood today, so I think
Today?
fair warning, I could just do some strange things. Like I could say some strange things, maybe a bit too much truth.
I'm always prepared for that.
I've also thrown out the schedule and come up with a little bit of a risky episode today, I think. We can talk about whatever you want now, but later I will take the stage and I want your view on a 12-step how to climb the corporate ladder.
12?
12 steps.
I thought it was 7.
The first one was 7, and that was like the negative version.
Okay.
That was like all the Machiavellian stuff.
Right.
But this is the positive version.
12.
12 steps. I know
right, we're
you're
gonna have to speed through those.
You're automatically so thrilled, I know, because your little brain's like, oh my God, 12.
Little brain.
You've got to go through
Little
12.
brain?
You know what I mean. That little part of your brain that doesn't like
Anyway,
going to
let's
12.
kick it off. Let's do it.
What did you want to talk about first? You want to talk about being delusional together, but not in a bad way.
It's not delusional. It's not delusional.
All right, let's not start on an argument, okay? We had a bit of a... we have one of these every week at the moment.
We've had, I would say it was 2 weeks of turbulence around this issue.
Yeah, it's probably 2 weeks, 2 years.
But I feel like we had a breakthrough.
We certainly did,
And
that's for
we've
sure.
come out on the other side so we can have a rational, logical conversation about it.
Can I make a joke first before we get serious? This is actually a joke, by the way.
Yeah.
We had a breakthrough in that I 100% agreed with you. That is actually a joke. No, we did. We actually genuinely did. And this is... I think we've been... Well, why don't you explain exactly what it is?
Well, for those who are interested in astrology, it may be interesting to know that I'm a Piscean.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a Virgo.
Yes.
A Virgo male. Those who know.
And Virgo male, by every definition.
So, whilst I am an incredibly practical, pragmatic person, I love to live in Fantasyland. I love to be optimistic. I love to see the beauty in things. I lean to assuming the best.
Mm-hmm.
I often get dragged under.
Yeah.
But when I'm dragged under, I feel like the worst version of myself and I'm the most unhappy.
So you are the most happy when you are thinking the most optimistically and the best of every possible outcome.
Good is coming. That thing we want is going to happen. Everything's good. Everything's rosy. Everything is beautiful.
Yep.
And I've obviously been doing a lot of my own spiritual work,
For
a lot of reading. A lot of parts are leading me to the same thing, which is, put really simply, that there's energy.
Mm-hmm.
We have an energy source within us that's connected to all the other energy sources.
Mm-hmm.
And how I'm going super simple.
No, keep going.
And I haven't landed on a perfect answer here. But how we vibrate, how we feel, how we behave is a magnet to the same energy, and round and round it goes. Yeah? So I've been working really hard on sustaining the type of energy that I want to attract.
Can I also add, for your sake, just to flesh that out, is that the thoughts that you have are the life that you have.
Yes.
If you are thinking this line of thinking, negative, you will attract or be surrounded by or notice even. At the very least, notice all these things only. And if you're positive and you're optimistic, then you will notice the bright side.
Yes.
So just to finish
So
that.
here's sort of the difficulty. It's wanting to feel like that, think like that, believe, and then the world that we're in, and the big and the minutiae, right? That we still have to go to work every day, that people still cut you off in traffic.
Yeah.
Things happen to people that you love, like all of that.
Yeah.
So think of it like a car, you know, I'm still building the suspension, right? And so when I go over a road bump,
it breaks sometimes.
right?
Yeah.
The suspension's not great. My suspension's great if it's a Saturday afternoon. No one needs anything from me, and I can just skip down the street in the sunshine and do some shopping.
As Mike Tyson once said, I believe, or it's been attributed to him, everyone's got a plan till they get hit.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is a long lead up. But what I had been struggling with was that I was trying to maintain and build this suspension and speaking out loud the way I wanted to think, believe, the things that I wanted to manifest, because I think that's readily available language for all of us.
Manifester.
No, but I don't think that's the right word, because I think it's got a bit of a silly rap these days.
Yep.
But let's just use that. And you're Virgoan, pragmatic, rooted in reality, not ever wanting me to be disappointed mindset has been, I think, pulling me out of the clouds very often, and it has been frustrating me. And I said to you that I thought it was really unfair on you that I was making you responsible for my inability to stay in the clouds, right? Like, that's not fair. I should be good enough at this that I can have these thoughts and feelings, and even if you remind me of the reality, it shouldn't make me wobble. Except
That's it, yeah.
Except that I'm not Buddha, I'm not Ram Dass, I live in the real world. You are the person whose views on things I have faith, trust, and
vice versa.
You know, impact me more than anybody else in the world. Like, we talk about this a lot. We don't care about what this one thinks, what this one thinks. Like, who cares? But you,
yes,
I care. So, you know, we were butting heads a lot, where I would say, oh, I really think this is going to come to fruition, or I'm going to get this phone call today and it's going to be amazing. And you were sort of like, yeah, but, you know, don't get too excited, and maybe you should be a bit more cautious about that.
Hang on. I've never said any of that, by the way. Don't stitch me up here. What I've said is, okay, but if it doesn't work out, it's going to be okay. That's sort of more like my position.
Yeah,
it's
fair.
like, what I didn't want you is getting over your skis and being disappointed, right? So I'm the first to admit it.
But I think where I wanted you to be in the clouds with me. Like, just what difference does it make? Like, just be in the clouds. And so I think that's, and I felt like sometimes where I would talk about these things in these more fanciful ways, like, you know, we're going to get this multi-million-dollar phone call, let's just say.
Yes.
I'm just making some example up. And then you're like panicking. And I've made the joke that it's like you thought I was just going to go and sit in the front yard on the grass and meditate all day and just assume I was going to manifest all of these things.
That it was just going to appear, yeah.
And that's certainly not the case. I'm still putting one foot in front of the other. I will always work. I don't think that things just fall out of the sky.
Yeah.
It's a combination of the forward momentum, following instinct, putting in the work, and the belief.
Yes.
Anyway, I feel like you've understood it.
Well, I'll tell you what changed. Two things changed. So first things first, I actually agree with what you think you get. That if like, in a way that you manifest a life that you're along your lines of thinking.
Yes.
If you're always looking for the negative, you're always going to find it. If you're always looking for the positive, you're always going to find it. Some people can live on the bright side, except when occasionally you get hit, then you get back up and you get back up on your horse. It's very hard to be optimistic all the time for people, right? It's really difficult. It's bloody easy to be pessimistic. Anyone can. And it's a great luxury to put that blanket of pessimism around you. Oh, it's all too hard. Nothing's going to work. The world's fucked.
Oh, and you'll keep getting confirmation
you will
of
get
that.
confirmation all the way down, right? But I have agreed with you from minute one that the positive. I've read all the same books as you, like 2/3 of the same books as you, for good reason. Some of them before you, for good reason, is that I do believe you can. I believe in the energy. I believe in the connection. I believe you can manifest your own destiny. There's a big part of my logical brain that I was having difficulty turning off, that's for sure, right? I'm like, I think that the manifestation can occur, but my brain was punching me saying, we can't map that.
Yes.
We can't, how do I get from there to there? I can't see it, therefore I can't do it, right? I need to be able to see it. And you are not, you don't need to be able to see it. You have like a leap of faith. But I'll tell you what changed it for me. This is the God's honest. One, I think, in fairness, you articulated it for the first time in a way that I could understand where you were coming from. This was only last week. It was revelation, truth be told. That's number one, honestly. And the second is when you said exactly what you just said, I thought you were going to sit on the grass and think that the world was going to just bend around you, right? That things where you would just exist and all these things were magnetized to you. But when you actually pushed me on it, I thought about what you had done in the last year or two work-wise, and I'm like, she hasn't done that at all. What she's done is in quite the opposite. She's imagined a thing, and then she's busted every door down to get to it. And I'm like, what am I actually thinking? I'm thinking about something that's not real. I'm actually judging your idea on something that's not real. And honestly, it was like being slapped in the face with a wet fish. I'm like, okay, we agreed anyway. It was only the last 10, 15% we disagreed on, right? But it was obviously...
But I understand that because I'm not great at planning.
No, you're not.
It's not... it might be deep down in the recesses of my mind and I don't realise it because I do seem very strategic once I put things into play.
But you're great at action.
But I don't write it down. And so probably when I say these things to you and you scratch the surface, I'm like, I don't know how it's going to happen. And that maybe doesn't align with how you do things.
Well, I'll tell you another thing that was very difficult for me to get my head around for a long time is you would send me all these gypsy videos of people who've achieved nothing, right?
Yeah.
Who are sitting in a tiny room saying, oh, if you manifest this, you can have everything. And I'm like, prove it, right? Like as in, like maybe they've got a life balance exactly what they want, which I would respect greatly if they've got everything they want. But if they're saying, yeah, you can manifest yourself this and that, and it's like, mate, you're on an iPhone 7. What are you talking about, right? So anyway, you'd send me all these gypsies who are just talking absolute nonsense. They might believe greatly in what they're talking about, but they haven't activated it. I'm like, until I see someone that I can model in that period of time that we were arguing, I couldn't commit to it. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think there's two things now we're aligned on, that it's okay to come up in the clouds with me, and actually sometimes I need you there to bolster me.
I know, I've gone past you in the clouds. I'm in the higher clouds now.
You're in space.
I know I am.
And then the second thing is that's really important to me is actually for us to feel like we're already where we want to be, the feeling, because I think this is the big piece. You know, everyone's
this is
always...
where you lose people too, by the way.
I get it. But, you know, to always be like, when I get this, I'll be happy. Once I have this much money in the bank, once my kids have done this, once my body looks like this, I'll feel like this. And you're just chasing something that doesn't exist then. And actually, you have to be there now, today. I'm going to feel all of the things that I would feel if I was living that life. And so I think those two things we're aligned on now. And I was finding it really hard when we weren't. Because I'm like a baby practitioner in this space, right?
I think there's another factor, and that is that this whole thing is a game. Like, if you actually think about your job, money, all the things around you, it's all made up. Even our names, everything is made up. So if there's a made up game, why can't you just make up a version of it that you want to play?
100%.
Right?
And,
now, I've always
you can
thought
make
that,
it fun.
by the way. Now, I've always thought that, by the way, but I couldn't get from that to that all the way. I could get some of the way because we have actually invented, in a way, we've invented a game that we want to play. We don't care what anybody thinks, right? We're doing our thing. We help where we can. We love our family and friends and all that sort of. But in the end, it's we don't care. We just do our own thing. You can keep doing that. You can keep inventing your own game. It's not easy. It takes time. You need to be methodical about it. But it's all fake.
The methodical is the thing I think we're still, and that's fine. I don't think we need to be aligned on it. But I like to think of the thing and I just allow it to happen. And small signs will come up or opportunities, or I'll get a flash of inspiration, and then that's what I put my energy and effort. And I don't have to know exactly how it's going to get to that point.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. What I'm saying is you kind of, in a way, have to be aiming in a direction generally. And I think if you don't aim in a direction, for most people, you can get adrift and you just chase things randomly. I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
The way the brain actually works technically is that if you decide to go for something, your focus narrows.
Totally.
This is like, as in technically true, scientifically true. You will start to, the decision tree will narrow greatly. And this is where a lot of people have trouble getting started, is that they've got too many options, as in the whole world of options, and no skills, right? So I don't know where to start. And the frustrating, it took me bloody 15 years to learn this probably, is to go, I'm going to start by aiming there. And then your decision tree shrinks, your focus changes, and the world, the universe, whatever you like, the energy starts to send you salvos of what you need to get there. And the road starts to reveal itself. I'm 100% agree. I'm a living proof of that. But the connection, so that I think that, like, it's okay if I'm going to be a bit more methodical, but the connection between how to get there and that, I'm still just, working on.
Do you want to? You can cut this out if you want. But do you know what I think you should talk about?
What's that?
How the decision you made the weekend before you met me.
Well, I mean, I'm a bit foggy on that decision, but
you are not.
It was, I think, now as in my memory's not very good, but my memory of it is that I'd been at a friend's wedding, who I love. I love them both, and you love them both. And it was an unbelievable wedding. And I just made a decision that was it. Like, the wheel had turned, and that I was open to it.
And before then?
That I in my logical brain was open to it, the possibility of getting married and that sort of thing. But the mechanic, like, it was like, if, right? But not really. That day I walked out of that wedding and I'm like, yeah, switch flicked. I'm open to it. Send me what you got. As in a way, I didn't think of it exactly like that way, but something changed. And I opened the what would you call it? I opened the receiver to the possibility in a way that I didn't plan. Does that make sense? So it was a leap. It was a leap of faith. And then there you were. Like, literally, like a week later, there you were. It's insane if you think about it.
Yeah.
But it's proof positive that it can be done and it exists. And I don't understand it. And anyone who thinks that this can't happen, you're an idiot. Like, shut up. Look around. Look at the miracles of what's going on around us.
Yeah.
How is any of this possible? Even logically, how do you turn atoms into all the things that are here?
But just that little story is, you made a decision. I'm now ready. I'm now open. You didn't then start, like, going speed dating the next day.
It just, then there you were.
Right? So, these decisions
and you had
that
a list.
You want to talk about my list?
I don't know about that.
I'll bring it in next time as a prop and we'll work through it. We'll do the checklist.
That actually would be pretty funny. So I think what we've got to, and I encourage anyone who has ever flirted with this to put the time into taking a little leap. Like, pick something that you would like to happen and surrender.
And feel like it's happened.
Well, I like that part a bit less than you. I'm happy to do it, but that to me is less important.
Not in a delusional way. Just, how would I feel if I got that phone call?
I agree with you entirely. So that part I got no problem. It's like stepping into the feeling, but that's less attractive to me.
Yeah.
What's more attractive is to say, this is what I would like to happen. It's already happened. Like, it's going to happen. I've decided it's going to happen. Universe, I don't know how it's going to happen, but send it to me.
Yeah.
Right? So we all, like I say, just to summarize, I think we'd agreed on nearly all of it anyway. But there was a last mile that we were button heads on. And your articulation was maybe the best ever of your life, which I respect. It was well done. But when you hit me with that, I'm not sitting on the grass waiting. I'm like, yeah, she's not. What the hell am I doing? That was my reaction.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? Resisting. And in my head, that she's going to sit on the side of the road and wait for the universe and center of the world. No, she's going to go and climb the mountain to get to the top, but she doesn't know how she's going to climb the mountain. And that's okay. But she'll get there because good bloody luck stopping her, right?
I'm just thinking about...
I'm going to need a break in a minute.
We'll have a break in a minute, but just to tie it off, if you're listening to this and think this is a very respectful, well thought out conversation...
Didn't start that way.
Just so there's no illusions, this is the polar opposite of about, 2 days of...
That was pretty tough.
Very different.
That was pretty tough going.
Argument is putting it lightly.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Anyway, so this is on the other side of those things sometimes.
I will leave it with this segment with this, is that if you are going to be married and you're afraid of these conversations, you're robbing yourself of a possibility of opportunity, right?
I'm so glad that we push
these
through.
Are big things you have to agree on or disagree on, agree to disagree on. If you leave them under the rug, they build resentment and you end up in hell.
Yeah.
Right? And if your marriage ends badly, it didn't start yesterday. It started with the conversations you weren't having 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago.
Sitting on the grass.
About whatever it is that's for you, right? In our case, we resolved something pretty important.
I'd like to sit on the grass. Maybe we'll do that this weekend, please.
If it's warmer. Okay, let's take a break. And we're back. And that was a pretty tough segment. Well done, Laura. Now, I have my little sheet. It's very tiny writing, so I'm a little bit...
It really is. Let me see.
Tiny writing.
I like your handwriting. It's nice.
It has its moments. I did a video like a year and a half or something ago about how to climb the corporate ladder, and it's 12 steps. And I wanted to run through it with you today because I actually think it's a positive version. So actually I did a negative version first. There was like 7 or 8 things.
So like poor ethics version.
How to knife people, basically. And it got a response, but it was so negative. I was like, oh God, this is not what I want to be leaving there. I want a positive version that, because working in corporate is not thrilling for everybody. It's pretty tough going for many. Has its pros and cons. Anyway, how to climb the corporate ladder. Now listen, this is from scratch. This is if you were 21 years old, all the way through, right? But any time in this ladder, just a point where you think it starts for you, basically. If you follow these 12 steps, you're virtually guaranteed corporate success.
Wow, that's a big call.
You'll understand why in a moment.
Love it.
Okay. So number 1 at the start, the first thing you have to learn how to do is how to shut up. When you're getting started, you don't know anything. Like, you don't know anything about your industry. You don't know anything about how corporate politics works, how employment works. You don't know anything. So you shut up, you work hard, you do extra hours, you volunteer, you listen, you learn as much as you possibly can. If you're stuck, you ask questions, and then you shut up and you just follow people around and learn. What do you think of that?
I love that.
Yeah.
Sponge.
Yeah.
And I'll add to that, a big part of doing that well is suspending your judgment and criticism of everybody around you. I think people miss opportunities to learn because they assume they're smarter than everybody else. And we've talked about this before, even crappy operators who've been around like a, what's it called? Anyway, stuck on the side of a ship.
Yeah, barnacle.
Barnacle. They're a barnacle for a reason.
If they've built a 20-year career and they're earning 10 times as much as you, they've got something to teach you.
So go and learn it.
Yes.
Stop
Shut
thinking
up.
that, right?
You don't know anything, okay? for the first year, you are basically useless to everybody, okay? Unless you're elite. I'm sorry, it's true.
They're not going to like
Bad
that.
luck. Bad luck, you were born a horse. Number 2. So do extra, volunteer, build relationships, and chase. So basically, you've done your little bit of time learning. You've got yourself a little bit of an area. You want to start building relationships. Now, this is the beauty of being at the start. Everyone will help you. You're stunned by how many people will actually help you. That if you go, I don't know how to do this. This is my first day. Sure, let me help you. You can learn the best 2 or 3 skills off everybody that they've got.
Yes.
Oh, you've been here for a long time. How have you managed to do this? What do you think of this? I don't know how to do this. Can you help me? You'd be stunned. And do the extra. Volunteer. Do the crappy jobs. Do the things no one else wants to do. Right? If you're doing this, if you want to make it. This is if you want to make it. I understand this is not for everyone. Volunteer. Work extra. Don't complain. Yes?
Yes.
Happy with that so far?
Absolutely.
Now, once you've started, this might be 2nd or 3rd year in. You need to start thinking about identifying a mentor. Now, that mentor, you might like those crabs that grow into a shell, then they move on to another shell, move on to another shell. The mentor might be only a year or 2 ahead of you at the start, and it might be someone far more experienced later on.
Yes.
But you have to start to think about identifying a mentor, because in corporate, people with mentors go way further, because they're advocating for you behind the scenes in ways that you can't advocate for yourself, right? And if you get the right mentor or 2, they can give you leaps that you cannot possibly imagine.
I'm going to just tweak that one then. If it's more about that, then that's the concept of sponsorship versus mentorship.
I understand what you're saying.
The sponsor is going out in the world, speaking your names in rooms, putting you up for opportunities, separate from the mentor that's giving the guidance.
You're looking for the mentor that's giving you guidance. You're not asking them to advocate for you, but if you do it correctly, they will.
Got it.
Okay, so this is not to say I'm going to use this person to give me a boost. No, if you get yourself onto the right mentor or 2, let's say at least 1, they can teach you things that you can't imagine for starters, and you should listen. But later, there'll be just a moment where they get to give you a bump that you could not get yourself, because you've built that trust, because you've built that respect, you've demonstrated you're willing to do the work, right? They become your advocate in ways that you can't do for yourself. So you happy with that?
Love it.
So now, if you're past mentor stage, opportunities will present. Eventually, you'll get a career bump, you get a leadership opportunity, management opportunity. The most important thing to know, particularly in your first one, is what are the expectations of the role. I cannot, Laura, say how important this is. Because here's what happens. You get promoted, you're excited, you have no idea what you're doing, right? You just stumble in and you're like, oh, what do I do here? What do I do there? And 6 or 12 months later, you had no idea what the success in this role looks like. And you waste a year. You got a team you've inherited. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing. If you start that first role and say, okay, I really want to learn as much as I can. Can you tell me 1 year from now, what would success look like? What is expected from me and this team in this role? Oh, great. These are the 3 things we measure. These are the 3 things you need to achieve. Your whole leadership career changes. You're like, okay, well, we know what they're looking for. We know what we're aiming for. Off we go.
Love it.
You're going to go past people. Honestly, you're going to go past people 1, 2, 3 years. You're going to go past everyone if you set the expectations correctly when the first opportunity comes along. Now, if you don't, you meander along. You get to the end of year 1, 18 months. You're like, oh, how am I going? Review, whatever. You're like, yeah, you're doing okay. You're like, yeah. What have you achieved? Oh, I've done this, I've done that. Well, that's not really what we care about. What we care about is this. You don't know. And you end up wasting time. So set the expectations correctly. You happy with that?
Love it.
Anything to add?
No, I think that's good.
So number 5, and I think you're going to enjoy this one, because this is a rare skill. Focus with obsession on customers and clients. Most people in corporate view customers and clients as a hindrance, or get so far away from them they don't even know who they are or what their ambitions are or any of that sort of business. If you go and learn every single bloody thing you can about customer client behavior, why they buy with us, why they don't buy with us, why they're going to competitors, what their ambitions are, what the right demographics are, our positioning, our brand positioning, our counter positioning, all of this sort of thing. Doesn't matter what part of the business you're in, you're going to triple jump everybody. What do you think about that?
Of course, I agree. And, you know, obviously in the context of being a lawyer, this is something I see often with other practitioners where they've forgotten who's paying their bills and why they exist. And it becomes ego-driven, butt covering. You know, it's not about getting the outcomes.
Yep.
It's about being right. And it's like, hey, we're all here for the same reason for our clients.
Yeah.
And even when you're working on a good deal, like a sale of a business or a purchase of a business or some other transaction where it's not a dispute, I still see this.
Yeah.
And it's so clear when a lawyer has forgotten why they exist and it pushes them backwards. Their clients get grumpy.
They leave.
It's short term. It's very transactional. That client will not use them again. So if you're just constantly coming back to why do I exist or why does our organisation exist?
Why do they use us? Why do they buy from us? Like the understanding the customer and the client down to their bootstraps. Now, if you do this, you become irreplaceable. If you become the expert of client and customer, right, you are the most valuable person in the business. I don't care. You're playing corporate games. You want to play these silly games. You want to play. You're replaceable. Anyone can do that, right? To play those internal games, those Game of Thrones. But who knows where the customer and client? Who knows where the revenue comes from? That's what you need to be an expert at. So if you find someone that's very good at it, someone who's near the top, you sidle up to them and you learn everything you possibly. I'm obsessed with learning about customer and client. Can you teach me? Great.
Yeah, and you'll know that person because that's the person the client always asks for.
Right.
Always
now you're
wants-
thinking professional services, right? But we're talking
I
big
am.
corporate, client, customer, Optus, mobile phones, whatever it is. Understand why the customer buys. Understand why they leave. Understand their average spend. Understand all of it, right? What our marketing team does, how we position, how we counter position, all of it, right? You become unbeatable. Now, when you get to that level of seniority that you are confident and comfortable, like maybe 18 months, 2 years in your leadership career, you need to be delegating and training your team immediately. You need to be tooling them up to replace you because in corporate, the only way you get bumped up is if there's someone to replace you.
Yep.
Okay. Now, when you're in that 4 to 10 years of your career in corporate, you can make massive leaps so long as you've got someone that can replace you. If you do not have someone that can replace you, they're going to suppress you. They're not going to let you leave your role. Okay. The second part to that is you need to train your team and promote them out around. Like if they want to go to another, you help them get there. You help them grow. You're building an army of advocates, not in a tactical way,
No.
but you actually start to build a team where everyone gets to know you as someone who advances careers. Because the alternate in most corporates are people who suppress careers, push down on people.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this one?
No.
Delegate, train, promote people's careers, even if they go past you.
Well, because that also makes you very valuable to a business as well, separate from the individual level. If they see that you are creating that talent pool, you're someone that's attracting good talent.
Yeah. Everyone wants to work with you.
Everyone wants to work with you. You can bring people in from competitors because you're a gun. Beautiful.
Happy so far?
Always.
We're up to number 7, and this is actually one that I think you're going to really enjoy. And
Haven't you said that for everyone?
Find a problem that no one wants to tackle. So if you ask 6, 7 leaders around the business, what's the thing that no one wants to tackle? What's the most, and there's some barnacle that no one wants to do because they know it's probably a losing battle. If you can find that, and you're sort of at year 10 in your career, year 8 to 10, you're like, I'm going to find the biggest problem, get a mandate, set the expectations correctly. Look, no one's wanted to do this. No one's been able to do this. Pretty good chance this isn't going to work, but I would like to go and fix this problem, like new CRM or like whatever it might be, something big, nasty that no one wants to tackle. If you can fix that, set the expectations correctly, it doesn't matter if you succeed or not. If you can fix that, mate, triple jump, right? You get known for someone, remember that problem that used to be there for 10 years? That too fixed it,
Yep.
right? Unbeatable. What do you think about that one?
Love it.
But you have to set the expectation correctly, because if you go in, I'm going to fix this,
Because it could
and
be
you fail,
there's a reason why it's not being
these
fixed.
gaslighting sharks will make you pay for it, right? These ones who are sitting on the sidelines waiting for you, right? Right? They will get you. So you have to set the expectations, get the right level of mandate. Don't just go off and do it. Fair? Okay. Number 8. You get to that stage, you've fixed a big problem, your team's in order, then you have to start putting pressure on for advancement. Has to be gentle, has to be professional, but you set a timeline. You say, in my head, 12 months from now, if I've not made X leap, I have to start thinking about going somewhere else, right? Then you go to your people that matter and say, listen, I've made all this play, here's my story, here's my this, I want to make a big leap here. Can you explain to me the best way to go about it, how I can do it, what are some of the avenues? You have to put some of that pressure on, because no one's going to, you get to a level, people aren't going to pick you, because you're now getting into competition with them. So this has to be extremely nuanced and professional, but you have to start putting gentle pressure on. You did this early in your career, putting some gentle pressure on, and now you are running your own business. That's quite funny. How does that sit with you about the gentle pressure?
I like that it's advance. It's in advance. It's not saying, well, I've done all of this now, give me my promotion, or I want more. Letting people know well in advance what your plan is. And I think as well, it opens up senior people's minds to opportunities for you that they may not
You're
have
on the
thought.
radar.
Like, you do need to tell people, this is where I'm going. This is my plan for myself. And then they can factor you into those succession plans. I mean, boards who are doing this well are thinking about these things,
Of course.
years in advance. They're earmarking new leaders. So
The smart ones,
let people know what your ambitions. Don't assume that they're going to just make it happen for you.
Because you're going to get to a line where your momentum will not carry you any further. You have to start to get tactical.
Yeah.
And, it's all well and good when you're here, but when you start to bump up against that, in inverted commas, glass ceiling, you need to start advocating for yourself. You hope your mentors will advocate for you, but you've got to put it on the radar, and you've got to give them a reasonable timeline. Now, the people who are really good at this, you only need to make 1 or 2 moves in your career at that level, and you're set, right? But you have to be able to put that gentle pressure on and do it reasonably. Say, listen, I'm happy to wait 6 or 12 months for the right role, but I just want you to know, like, the flag's up.
This is
time.
the plan.
It's time. Okay. Document everything. Oh, Laura Racky getting excited about this. Email, copy people in, keep a Bible of truth, because anything that's agreed, anything that is has timelines, expectations, make sure you document correctly, because these gaslighting people who are expert at corporate politics, these barnacles who are 20-year players, they will catch you on a point of order. I know you're about to fall asleep, so hang with me. They'll catch you on a point of order, and you need the receipts. If you are known for someone who brings the receipts, no one will take you on. No one will try and undermine you. You will be like, hey, we're not going to take this one on, okay?
Keep your house in order. It's pretty straightforward.
Yes. Document everything. No excuses. Tell the truth and keep your promises. You cannot promise to your team, I'm doing this for you. We've talked about this in previous episodes. I'm doing this for you. I'm going to get this done for you. Don't promise what you are not sure you can't keep. If someone asks you, tell them the truth. I don't think we can do this right now. Like, have the confidence to do it. I want to get this and I want to get that. Listen, I will advocate for you, but no guarantees, right? This is what I'm planning to do about it. These are the steps I'll take, but there's a limit to what I can do here. Tell people the truth. Now, also you need to understand what the business measures, and that's not always on the tablets around the building. What do the leaders within the business, very senior, what do they actually value? What actually matters to them? Where are the...
Is this the next one?
No. So it's like when you talk about telling the truth, keep your promises, but you need to know what it is that's being measured. So understand what the business wants, then start to set your direction, and then tell the truth about where you're going, and keep your promises to your people. Okay. Learn to communicate properly. This is number 11. We're nearly there. Learn to communicate properly up and down and sideways. They're 3 distinct skills. Leading your people needs a certain style of communication. Dealing with your colleagues, some of them who are in competition to you, needs a certain style of communication. Customers, clients need certain type of... And then very senior leaders need 3, 4, 5 different sets of communication style, right? Subtle differences. If you think one size fits all, you might get lucky, it might work. Probability is not on your side. Understand what each group needs from you. This CEO, this CFO, they need detail. So I communicate with detail. My team, they need confidence. Young team, they need energy. Understand, colleague, this one needs information. Like, understand what they need.
But I would be even more specific about that, you know, you go CEO, CFO. All leaders, all individuals have different things that they're going to be receptive to.
Yes.
So if you are really smart and good at this, you start working it out. Okay, if I want a decision from this person, this is how I have to present it, and this is what the bottom line upside they are going to need to know to give me my yes.
Yes.
Some will be, like if you're talking to a CFO...
and what are they looking for? They're looking for the numbers.
Right. So give them the numbers. They don't want to hear about, oh, this fits in, it's culturally aligned with our values statement. And CFO doesn't give a shit about that.
What's the number?
Right. So it's not just understanding that every type of person, as in senior, junior, whatever, it's actually on an individual level.
Can I add something really important people don't think about? This is actually, could be, often is, easier for introverts. If you're introverted, if you're extroverted, your natural energy of conversation will carry you, and it will actually, you'll just sort of follow your instincts. But when you're introverted, you have to do it technically. You have to think about, you've got time to stop and say, okay, this is how I'm going to communicate this. And you start to build 4 or 5 different avatars. Okay. Finally, last one. Don't bend your values ever. Now listen, when you're 21, you don't know what your values are, generally speaking. You might have an instinct, but it is worth writing down 3 or 4 things, 2, 5, whatever's right for you, the things that you value more than other things. And when you've written them down, they're just for you, by the way. Then you start to live them, if you want. Once you have those values, people with values go further in life. They're very important. And as you start to understand what they are, it might be 1 or 2, it might be 3 or 4, it might be 5. Whatever values matter to you, don't bend them. Leave.
It's a slippery slope, isn't it?
You think you get away with it, you don't. You think you do unethical and get away with it, nobody does. They do for a minute, but overall. And finally, if your soul is getting eaten because your values are being chipped away at, you do not want to live there. You need to go somewhere else. Okay? So maybe you take a step backward to go forward to protect your values. But if you have values and the business you're at, often the case in corporate, or the team or the section you're in, and you can't see a way out, leave. People go, I can't leave. Yes, leave. Don't bend your values. It will eat you alive. Okay, so that's it.
Amazing.
At the start, learn to shut up. Do extra, volunteer, build relationships. Identify a mentor or more. Opportunities will present. Understand the expectations. What does success look like? That's the key question. Focus on customers and clients with obsession. Delegate immediately and advance the careers of your team. Find a problem no one wants to tackle and fix it with a mandate. Don't go and do it without a mandate. Put gentle pressure on for advancement. Document everything, you fool. Tell the truth and keep your promises. Understand what's being measured and direct yourself in that direction. Learn to communicate properly, up, down, sideways. And finally, don't bend your values ever. You will almost certainly regret it.
That's excellent.
If you follow those 12 steps, you will be successful in corporate. I guarantee it. Asterisk, no actual guarantee.
I think it's a very good roadmap.
And you can jump in the middle. If you're here and you haven't done the pre-work, you can speed run.
But all of those things apply at any stage in your career.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of them are harder.
Yeah.
Like the values one is very hard for a junior person.
Yeah, well, you don't know anything.
We don't know anything. You're not really in control. You may not have options available to you.
Yep.
But, you know, it's still a good guiding light. And to be thinking about all of those things ahead as well with your eyes on all of them. You don't just sort of focus on just one. You should be thinking about how you develop all of those skills so that when you hit the right point, you're ready to go.
And if you do all those things, you almost certainly will see, like, you will go past people in corporate, but it also gives you the flexibility to go and start your own thing, do your own thing later on, right? The risk for many is they get in a corporate, they get a lifestyle that grows in line with their income. They get to an age, be it somewhere probably between 45 and 60, where they're redundant or they're like things move. And you can be in real trouble, right? Because you haven't built the things that you need to go out to the market. You're totally reliant on this corporate or one employer, right? So this is just, as part of it is hedging as well. It's like thinking like the skills that you might need later to do other things, to move, to make play. Yeah. What do you think of all that? I think it's pretty good.
I think it's excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about today?
I don't think so.
What are you optimistic about?
What am I optimistic about? Everything until I'm not, but mostly everything.
No, I think you are very optimistic. Do you know one thing that came out of this conversation that we had the other day that was very interesting is that we both have agreed on, and that we forget in the moment, is that we actually have everything that we want and need. We actually have everything that we want and need. Like, you work backwards down the list. You live where you live, in the country you live, and you cascade down that list, and you're like, you know what?
Everything's okay.
The worst day is a very bloody good day, right? And not to get too tangled in the...
It's so easy to get tangled. What are you optimistic about?
Okay. I think the world's going through it, the West particularly is going through it at the moment. Right?
I think we've had enough dry stuff conversation.
Nope, West's going through it, lost a lot of confidence, a lot of things we've got to worry about, but we're rebuilding. There's a rebuilding going on, and there's going to be opportunity coming out of it for people who are of goodwill and of values.
Why don't you answer the question for yourself? And
what am I optimistic
about?
My health
deflection.
My health and fitness is on the right track.
Good.
I'm happy with the average. It's not exactly at the speed, but I'm happy with the average. Everyone in our family is going well. I'm very optimistic about the futures of those around us. I'm very happy for all of them. They're doing very well at kicking goals. I think there's very good things coming, like actually disproportionately good things coming, and I'm excited about it. I'm actually excited about it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that at the moment. Every day is like a smorgasbord of things for me. Everything is different. All of my clients are doing different things. Every day brings me something different.
We know your brain loves novelty.
And it's fun. All my clients are awesome. They're all great people.
Yeah.
They're all cool businesses. I love that. I feel like I'm in a washing machine at the moment, but
but a good one.
But a good one. It's like with all the right washing powder and clothes. I don't know. That's not a good example.
It's like, what alternative would you want? Like, you want to sit there bored doing the same thing every day? No way.
I don't want to be bored. That's dangerous for everybody.
Okay, I think that's it for today. Well done. Thank you for indulging me in my corporate...
No, I thought it was excellent.
...ladder. And let's just stop.